I'm here with Lucas Alexander, singer, performer, musician. The title track of your album is called The Myth from Beyond. It's a vampire story, if I understand correctly. It's very dramatic and avant-garde.
I'm very inspired and interested in the vampire mythology and the gothic idea, obviously. That's what I like, and I'm very interested in vampire tales and stories, and I wrote a vampire story myself and acted it out in like a role-playing game, kind of a play we did, a photo session. I played an old vampire called Xavier de Ville, who was like 300 years old, and I based my song A Myth from Beyond on that, the whole feeling, because it is an avant-garde song, as you say, and the whole idea, and you know, really this vampire screaming to find his long-lost love, who, you know, he was with for a long time and she went away, and you know, but basically the scenario is a vampire story, but it is actually a good old love song, just covered up a bit. It's a love song.
So being a singer and musician became your primary thing and path? Do you still want to act again at some point?
I would love to act. I would love to continue to act and do that in the future as well, because for a long time I've been, you know, just singing and doing different types of music. So I think it's a great thing, and I would like to continue to act as well in the future. Yeah.
Symphonic rock is the genre you do. Can you explain a little bit about what that includes?
Well, it includes different elements. I think it's classical elements mixed with rock, metal. It becomes like a fusion. You mix it together, and then with the vocal going in different directions, which is kind of what I've been doing for a long time, and also with my band on stage. So that's basically what I've done, and symphonic rock are many different things, because if you listen to some stuff like that, which you could call symphonic rock from the 70s, and the 80s and the 90s, it's different type of things actually, but what I do is like mixing things together, and also putting a lot of focus on the vocal stuff and backing vocals as well.
But you've also done many other styles of music. Tell us a little bit about that and what you prefer to sing.
Well, I prefer to sing many different types of music actually. I like rock because I consider myself like a rock singer, but I've been singing a bit of pop as well, some ballads, and lots of avant-garde. I've been singing heavy metal, death metal for a while, growling, punk music, big band stuff, jazz, electronic as well. So it's been a lot of different things that I've explored during the 11 years that I've kind of been in the business. But then eventually I went and I thought I want to create something on my own, which is my own kind of style, and that's when the symphonic rock elements became a reality with the band that I have behind me.
What's your philosophy and take on religion, and do you consider yourself to be religious?
I like the ideas of the secret, the law of attraction. I think that you attract things in your life positively, but also negatively, and you have to really think about what you think. You have to be as positive as possible, and I like the philosophy of Wayne Dyer and Louise Hay and that whole very spiritual side of things. That's what I like, and I like a bit of the Buddhist philosophy obviously as well, but I'm not religious, and I'm not a part of any organized religion, because I think that's something I cannot identify with at all. But I think we're all using the secret, I mean the idea of the secret, the law of attraction, and it's also part of religion. Everything everything is spiritual, I think.
Right, but let's get back to the music for a second here again.
Sure.
What kinds of music do you listen to?
I listen to all kinds of music. Actually, I love just listening to music, and it can be everything from hard rock, metal, death metal, to classical, opera, blues, and some jazz.
You're quite dramatic in your performances, your delivery and your singing and all of that, but your lyrics also seem to have a strong message. What's the story behind your song Satanic Worshippers, just to mention an example here?
You know, I wanted to talk about the commercial world, how superficial everything has gotten, and everything is about money, and where's the truth and the art and everything. And I think that's kind of what satanic worship is all about. It has nothing to do with religion.
You make me kind of curious here. I know I asked for one example, right? But I gotta know, what's the story behind Queen of Hearts and King of Love and Angel Warrior?
Well, Angel Warrior is a song about the situation with all of the homeless of the world. There are so many homeless people in the world living in the gutter, have no place to go, and it's always been a very important issue for me to help those people who don't have a roof over their heads. So Angel Warrior is actually, it's kind of a fairy tale thing, but it's about a little girl from the gutter who is an orphan. Her parents were killed and she was put in the street, and she had to really fight to come from nothing and try to survive. And then every time something great happens, then she kind of, it all crumbles again and she falls back into the gutter, and she's finding the love of her life eventually. And then he dies in the war, and it's a little bit over the top, but it's the truth, and it has a great ending. Of course, it has a beautiful ending, and it's great that she survives. And if you're strong enough to work hard to climb up again, if you're in the gutter, I think it's wonderful. But all of those people who don't have that strength, we need to help them. But Angel Warriors, it has a special meaning for me. And Queen of Hearts, King of Love, which is a single I did for my album, it's like an Egyptian myth. The scenario is Egyptian. The queen and the king are like pharaohs of Egypt.
And what about terror crimes?
And the song Terror Crimes is very, you know, what it says about terrorism, which is, I think, is the most horrible evil in the world, and whatever we can do to try and prevent terrorists from working and doing their horrible stuff in this world, that's what we have to do, you know. But I think there's a lot of manipulation going on politically, and the song is a hard rock, bit of a metal song, a little bit punk style kind of. Terror Crimes, it's one that I often perform on stage, and I think it has a very strong message against the horrors of terrorism.